And is that it? Are we live? I think we're live. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great weekend out there. My name is Steven, not leaving Las Vegas, and some destinations won't get comments. If you're watching this on Facebook, you have to go to facebook.com or stream. You know what? I don't even know. I should have looked it up. You can enable your comments, but there's ways to do it. So you have to go to streamyard.com/Facebook. If you do that, then you'll be able to comment and I'll be able to show your name. You can still comment, but it'll just say Facebook user. Anyways, how's it going out there, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. As soon as we get some people in the chat, Facebook user, go to streamyard.com/Facebook and enable the ability for me to see who you are. Varev is here. Mike Need is here. Hi, Stephen Campbell. Again, guys, go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and I'll be able to see your wonderful names. So anyways, it's the weekend and it's Sunday, so we're doing a live stream from the studio, and we're going to take a look at some news here, and we're going to talk about some stuff. I just recorded a video on the Formula One, which is like the biggest thuggery I've ever seen since the mobs left Las Vegas. It's some crazy stuff here. We got Nick M, who is in the house. David Andrews is here. Lorena Azul is here. James McCoy is in the house. Jamie McCoy. I'm sorry, Jamie. That's not the same as James. Wow, people are coming in. Facebook user, I hope to move to Vegas soon as Las Vegas Metro hires me. We're going to have a flat footer. Is that what they call you guys? I don't know. Cops. That's cool. Very nice. Constable on patrol. Thank you for your service as soon as you get in there. So aloha Sunday, good afternoon. Hi from Henderson. Tony Tuch is here. If you guys want to actually comment on Facebook and show your names, head on over again to streamyard.com/Facebook and enable the ability to show your beautiful name on here. Time Walker is here. Pete Ferraro is here. We have lots of ways for you guys to support us if you choose to support us. Of course, if you guys want to send a one-time donation, you can do that here. That would be quite helpful end of the month and all that good stuff, but you don't have to because inflation is killing everybody and crushing folks. But if you do want to support us and you guys shop, you can support me and Caroline's new business. Go to consumerrebellionnow.com and save money on everyday places that you already shop, buying the same stuff you already shop. Would you like to get cash back shopping at Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, or Applebee's? Hit the website, drop me your information. I'll reach out to you. Anyways, let's go back to the comments right now. So pop music. I'm going to be in Las Vegas next weekend for the Florida championship game at Dollar Loan Center. IFL. What is IFL? Indoor Football League? Is that what it is? I didn't even know they were doing that here. We do have an Indoor Football League game, a team here in Vegas. They're called the Vipers, I want to say. And I almost got to go for church. My church was, they got some charity tickets, which was nice of the Vipers organization to do, but I didn't get to quite see it that day. Margarita Gonzalez is here. Phoenix, Arizona Facebook user is in the house. D. Willie from the Lou is here. And Renee Orton is here. Pop Music, Indoor Football League. There you go. If you guys want your comments to display, go to StreamYard, StreamYard.com/Facebook. Enable it, and I'll be able to see who you actually are commenting on it. So let's get into some news right now. We're going to start over here at casino.org. And OMG, what kind of news is happening? Well, we have two things. We have Vital Vegas, which used to be on the front page. He's not anymore, but he still exists, and the news section itself. So off-strip murder. Well, I don't know why they're reporting this. Casino.org is usually about casino business, but there it is. We have that. So let's take a look at what's Cardi B hurls mic at fan who tossed drink at her, or just tossed a drink. So we all know the classy, sassy Cardi B, who has a WAP. And by the way, WAP doesn't stand for Web Access Protocol, which I thought it did, because somebody asked me if I'm down with WAP, and then they giggled because I didn't know it means wet ass blank, because it's stay classy, Cardi B. There she is being classy. Cardi B was only the latest music star to be hit with a projectile on stage when a drink doused her from an audience at Dre's Beach Club at the Las Vegas Strip on Saturday, but she became the first music star to strike back. Harry Styles, Pink, and Drake have all found themselves in similarly unpleasant. Let me see if this app works. I'm going to go to highlight cursor. It doesn't work, unfortunately. I have a highlight cursor app I thought I could use. Harry Styles, Pink, and Drake have all found themselves. All right, so here's the video of Pink, or not Pink, this chick, Cardi B. Oh, Cardi B's got a kind of throws like a girl. She threw right back. Go, Cardi B, go. You know, oh, she like that. Oh, the microphone. Well, my goodness. Hey, look, it's the dude from LMFAO right there, with the fro. So yeah, Cardi B, she will suffer no repercussions. It's not clear whether Cardi B's microphone connected with its intended target. No charges were filed. Cardi B would have a difficult case if the UK's Daily Mail is to be believed. Its report on the incident claimed that she actually asked fans to throw water on her as she complained of excessive heat in the city. So context is everything, isn't it? I mean, if she literally said, I'm hot, throw some water on me, what is she complaining about? Let's see some comments. Jesse's here. Dino's here. Robert Paul's here. Lori Allen is here. Booty Meat is here. Roger D. Roger D says twice. Coming in a few weeks we should hang out. Kakorat. Lori looks old. Who's Lori? Hit the like button. Realm is here. Paul Rotter and Jason Pendergraft. We're going to read some comments. If anybody sends a super chat, it'll show. If you guys do want to support us right now, the best way to do it is actually going to be going here to the donate screen. That's one way if you have a few bucks to spare. But if you don't and you shop in regular places, check out consumerrebellionnow.com. Get yourself cash back where you already shop. We're going to go back to our screen here. There will be no repercussions for Cardi B because she is a celebrity and they never pay repercussions. British Columbia Casino. This is all casino news from everywhere. Let's look what is interesting in Vegas because we have a whole Vegas beat. Luxor Hotel. Yeah. Did you know that there was a teen murder in Vegas? You probably didn't know that because when they report these things, they'll say an incident at the 2900 block of Las Vegas Boulevard or the 3900 block of Las Vegas Boulevard led to blankety blank. But the reality is a teenage girl will appear in court on Tuesday on charges that she allegedly killed a California man in a room at the Las Vegas Luxor Hotel and Casino. Emma Cusack, who turned 18 on Wednesday, was booked that day on Clark County Detention Center for the June 29th fatal shooting of Charlie I'm sorry, Charlie. Rest in peace, brother. I can't read your name good. Sastrustugi, 36 of Glendale. She went to a juvenile facility, but guess what? You're old enough to be an adult, and I hope you rot in jail for a life sentence. I don't know if we have the death sentence here. She's being charged with open murder, robbery, and grand larceny for theft of his property and his killing. She appeared on local court for adults. Jessica Sachs refused to set bail in the case. We still have some good judges out there, folks, and it's nice to see a judge that won't set bail on the case. We got some comments here to go through. Who's commenting? Facebook user says, hey, buddy. Hey, if you guys want your comments to show, you have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Click on the button. It's a privacy thing. That way they'll show because you're watching this on Facebook. You're no doubt watching it on the Not Leaving Las Vegas chat group. Matthew Ross is here. Paul Rotter's here. Lori Allen is here. Time Walker. Yikes, so sad. Jason says, no, we don't. I don't know what that means. Shout out from Hamilton, Michael Post Guy. Go Tiger Cats, go. And the Niagara Ice Dogs play out there, don't they? Yes. Police revealed this week that Cusack allegedly shot Sastrustugi twice in the head while the two were in a 12th floor hotel room at the Las Vegas Strip Hotel. Shortly after the shooting, she called the Metro to report the crime and later turned himself in. I didn't mean to do it, she said, according to an arrest report. The two originally met on Bumble months before the shooting. It's a dating app. The couple sent about 30 texts to each other. 2 months later, he asked if she wanted to meet because he was visiting Vegas. Checking my notes here. She was 17 years old. 17. Babies getting themselves into all sorts of trouble. Patrick Shockley says, join StreamYard. Hope this worked. Hey, Patrick, I can see your Facebook comment. So the couple sent about 30 texts to one another 2 months later. 30 texts? Dog. First of all, I'm not going to vilify the dude. We don't know. He might have thought she was 18 and she obviously lied on the dating app's terms of service. Unless she said I'm 17, in which we have a case where she might actually make the defense that he was, yeah, she was a minor at the time. I mean, he's dead now, but I mean, I'm trying to think like a defense attorney in this one here. But yeah, at the same time, the couple sent 30 texts to each other. This is a wild story, man. She said yes. He picked her up, and the two went to Albertson's grocery store to purchase alcohol. Then he drove to the Luxor where he was staying. This is disgusting if you look at it. She allegedly shot him twice in the head while they're at a 12th floor room. Okay, I lost my page. They drank about 8 shots of vodka in his room. He showed her the handgun. It was his gun. He told her he liked to hunt and go hunting. What are you hunting with a handgun, dog? That's not that. You don't carry a handgun for hunting. You didn't have a long arm. You don't have a rifle in your room, bro. The two fell asleep at about 1 a.m. At approximately 3 a.m., he told her to leave the room. He was upset over her loud coughs. He then approached her, and she thought he was going to attack her. Then she allegedly shot him. Later, she changed some of her story after police questioned her version. Cusack admitted the two had argued. Cusack attempted to call friends so they could give her a ride from the hotel, according to Las Vegas TV station, but nobody came. Soon she grabbed his gun from the nightstand and demanded that he give her, quote, his blank. She wanted his car keys. She did not mean to shoot him. She planned to rob him, but then he lunged for the gun and she shot him. Emma said she didn't mean to shoot him and didn't want to shoot him, but she had nowhere to go and did not want to go back to jail. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait, we're missing a link in the story, right? Because she was in jail before? You want to go back to jail? What kind of? Okay. Cusack told officers that she was broke. She did not want to contact either police officers or her parents. Right. Because that would have meant that the man didn't die and you couldn't rob him because you would have to be responsible for robbing him. Cusack allegedly stole his keys, wallet, and cell phone with $300, went to the car, drove the car a few blocks and parked it, left the wallet, phone, and car keys in the vehicle because she's a smart girl. Tossed the gun in the trash. Then she took an Uber. Wait, the story still doesn't make sense. Are you guys reading this story with me, folks? Okay, so first of all, she says she called friends to get a ride out and nobody would come and pick her up. So she was planning on robbing him so she'd have the means to leave. So then she tries to rob him. He lunges for the gun. She shoots him in the head twice. He dies. She robs him, leaves, takes his car, and then drives his car, and then takes an Uber, which means that at the very start of this whole entire thing, she always had the ability to take an Uber because an Uber is not something that you just willy-nilly take. You don't hire an Uber with an app and pay cash. You need a payment method. So she always had the ability to get out of this situation. She dropped the trash can and a gun, and then she left. That is a very strange tale. I don't know that it was premeditated. I think a girl whose brain isn't fully formed, because teenagers' brains aren't fully formed, shouldn't have been in a hotel room with a grown-ass man, and he should have demanded to see her ID because, for all he knows, Chris Hansen is up in that room. That's a scary thing, man. Let's see some of your comments. So that's wild. Jimmy Boyles misses my walks around Vegas. I miss them too, Jimmy. Right now, it is 102 degrees at 6:34. I don't miss that. Donde está Blackjack? Blackjack is under La Mesa, which is the table. I know Spanish. Keon says maybe didn't mean it after the first shot. All right, here we go. Claudia Martinez says, hi, Stephen. I'm staying at the Queen Mary Hotel. Where's the Queen Mary? I'm not sure where that is. That's terrible. I've been in this town 20 years. Claudia, where's the Queen Mary at? She got upset over the loud coughs. He got upset over her loud coughs. I know, right? I know. I snore too. I sleep in a separate room when my wife is here. And you might be like, what? My grandpa had to sleep in a separate room. I don't have sleep apnea. I just snore and I don't want to disrupt my wife. Let's see here. According to Redfin, we got Terrence who's going to drop some real estate bombs on us. dated 7/27. Las Vegas now tops most popular home buyer destinations for the first time, with West Coast migrants drawn to cheaper homes. That's craziness, man. Yeah, those buyers are getting back into the market. That's good. Terrence must be a realtor. Let's see here. What else do we got? Does not sound odd for an 18-year-old. Bill says that could be the case. It could be. Is this dark truth documentaries? Well, I like to watch the news and read the news to you guys once a week in Vegas, so you can see some of the crazy stuff that's happening around town. And I had some God come into my life last night at the gym. I ran into Nolan, who's from Hawaii originally. He watches me. They watched me to do the move here. That was cool. And then I ran into my buddy. I'm going to say his name wrong because it's a very Nigerian name and I don't know his name. So I'm going to say it right. Hold on. Let me look on my Facebooks here. I ran into my new buddy. His name is Isau, Isua, and his wife, Melissa, at church today. And that was me at church today. I got to turn if I turn the brightness down, you'll actually see the photo. So that was me and Isau at church. We hit it up. It was like, damn, 2 people in 2 days. And then there's my man Nolan, who I met at the gym yesterday. That's me and Nolan rocking out near the Olympic platforms. So I guess I'm supposed to do more videos. But anyways, Dark Truth documentaries coming soon. Gregory says, what I want to know, how did he get a handgun into a hotel room without security finding it? I love you, Gregory. You've been watching my channel forever. I certainly imagine that you have a sarcastic sense of humor similar to mine, because although the policy in hotels is no guns, it doesn't prevent anybody from bringing in a gun, especially at the Luxor. I mean, most hotels, including the Luxor, don't have any such kind of metal detectors or ability to know if you bring a weapon into the room. Nancy Smith's here. How you doing, Nancy Smith? Let's get back to some of the news here. Go back to my news screen, go back to my Firefox browser, and we'll take a look at some more stuff. So we have the financial markets, Boyd Gaming, Mixed Gaming, MGM UK gaming companies may be eyeing Kindred takeover. That looks a lot like Hakkasan Group. I don't know if Hakkasan is Kindred now. Las Vegas news, as we were looking before. Las Vegas crime. Oh, Dios mío, it just gets better. 2 men have sex in police van on strip. 2 unarmed men. 2 unarmed men were arrested last week after engaging in a sex act while inside a Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department van on the Las Vegas Strip. And there's your publicity plan at Hollywood. Why do they put a picture of PH? Oh, it's near the casino. Okay. Oh, there it is. Could have happened anywhere, but it had to happen at Planet Hollywood. The sexcapade took place last Friday when one of the men saw the other inmate in the back of the van. He checked him out. So let me get this straight. It went something like this. One guy was walking probably behind the Planet Hollywood, but they do have like paddy wagons that they put in front between the Planet Hollywood and the Paris. And he just happened to look in the back and he said, "Hey man, you look cute." And the other guy was like, "Sup, Holmes? I might be like handcuffed back here, but you look pretty good too." And then they just went at it. Who in their right mind decides to get in the back of a police van and do that kind of thing? He liked him, police said, based on the inmate's comments. Next, the 2 inmates engaged in a sex act. Hey, I got a kitten. Well, let's get the kitten into the camera because he's hungry, because it's a little bit past his dinner, but he's not eating lately because it's so darn hot. Hi. Oh, man. We don't want to show everybody your butt, okay? That's gross. Here we go. Oh, there he is. There's the black one. Hi, black one. How you doing, buddy? You having a good day today? You are so old and so fat and so big and so clawy. Ow! Oh, baby. I love you. Don't do that. Say hello to the people. They really only come to the live stream for you. I'm just secondary. Okay, I get it. Dude, you're going to make my wife think that somebody is having an affair with me with scratches on my face. Anyways, that's the Blackster. He's in pretty good health, as a matter of fact. He's 18 years old. He's got stomatitis, which means he has to be on a steroid, or else they have to rip out his teeth, and I just can't bring myself to do that to him. Although they say he'd live forever, but he's so old, I don't know if he'd live through the operation, quite frankly. And we lost a kitty that way once. And he's docile as heck. His life story is that he was one of those when people without God in them, when they get into financial ruin, money rules them. So back in 2007, 2008, when everybody was leaving Vegas because it became the worst place in America because of the housing crisis, I saw this little kitten in this condo complex we lived at. And he, you're so sharp, honey. And he was literally as big to fit in your hand. And then about 2 weeks later, you're going to bite me? You're going to show? Yeah, show him how you bite. 2 weeks later, I found him in the parking lot covered in gum in a rainstorm in the coldest part of the year, literally marked for death. So we took him in and we didn't know how big he'd get. You going to bite? Do it. Everybody loves it. And now he's our buddy, our BFF for life. Okay. You got to go down though, because your breath stinks and you're clawing me. And I like this shirt and it's very old and it's very thin. Okay. I'll feed you. Don't worry about it. I got your back. So, yeah, he became our BFF. So let's get back to it. Let's get some comments over that cat. Meow. Anthony Longworth says, Christian Vega says he's adorable. Does Blackjack ever climb your shelves? No, he doesn't. Although somebody, my friends Terry and Sue Meyer, I don't know that they watch the channel anymore. They actually sent me that, and that over there makes people think that is Blackjack, although it's totally just a stuffed animal. So people have actually been fooled by that in the past. It's pretty funny, pretty good stuff. Chill cat emoji. Okay. My panther is cool. Hi, Steven. Lovables kitty. Yes. Whataburger opening on the strip. We're going to get to that in a minute too. So we got to get back to this story though. There might not be much more to this. As the duo took part in the unspecified act, an unidentified inmate in the van looked away. I'd probably look away too. The van was parked at the Planet Hollywood Las Vegas Resort and Casino when the incident occurred. The person driving the van was transporting the two men to the Clark County Detention Center. Both men were charged with sex conduct by a person other than a prison employee. Both men were charged with sex conduct by a person other than a prison employee. What does that mean? That's a very strange charge. Sex conduct. We're going to have to look that charge up because that charge, does that make sense to you guys that there's even a charge for that? Voluntary sexual conduct between a prisoner who is in lawful custody or confinement other than in the custody of the Division of Parole or Probation. Okay. Voluntarily engages in sexual conduct with another person is guilty of a category D felony and shall be punished and provided by the NRS. A person who voluntarily engages in sexual conduct with a prisoner who is in lawful custody will also be subject. So they obviously have a law to prevent inmates from offering up themselves to people in prison. So the inmate gets punished because they're maybe trying to like, hey man, do me a favor, I'll do you a favor, favor being the sex act. And the person who is not an inmate gets punished to try to deter that kind of stuff. Thank you, Hannah, for being here. I appreciate you. But that's the story there. Clark County Attorney's Office chose not to prosecute the suspects on their original charges, so they just flipped them over to this new charge. One is originally arrested for trespass. Well, that would have been a better one for you to be charged with, I'm thinking. The second man was arrested for burglary. Murder suspect kept corpses for 2 months. What? This is in the same story? A man arrested for murder this week kept the corpses in a Las Vegas residence. I don't think this has anything to do with the strip, so we're not going to talk about it right now. Let's talk about Whataburger, the Texas institution that will soon not be that special anymore. As Paul was saying, Whataburger makes a great burger. I had it before in Dallas. Whataburger opening on the strip plus 4 locations around Vegas. So in our Not Leaving Las Vegas chat group, we were talking about this. I posted up that this is not really a draw for me because I would have to drive to the strip. Now, I knew when I said that they were opening more locations because I read the news and not just the headlines, but it spurred a conversation about Whataburger. Is it the best burger in town? If you're watching on replay, tell me. If you're watching on Facebook, tell me. If you're watching on YouTube, tell me. This is being broadcast to Facebook and to YouTube. I mean, they're good. I had them when we were in Austin. I wouldn't say that they're like any better than In-N-Out Burger, but the service level was beyond reproach. Absolutely great in Austin. I remember we were staying in Austin at this little area where there's a Holiday Inn Express, and the Whataburger was just steps outside the front door in the parking lot area. And I went in there one day just to get a large Diet Coke in the morning when we were checking out. And she said, "That's it." And I said, "That's it." And she just says, "Here you go, hon." And she lets me take it. That's the first time and the first experience that I've ever had that happen. The other time happened once at Caesar's Palace, believe it or not, at a pizza place. It's been a long weekend, folks. At a pizza place over at Caesar's Palace in the brand new expensive high dollar food court, where I asked if there was a locals discount, and she just gave me the cup and let me fill it up. And that was a very nice thing for her. That was back when I was asking God for signs that he existed. And there was a sign because I was hot and I was broke. Patrick Shockley says, Whataburger is good, but I'm In and Out or Five Guys. Five Guys is very expensive. We went to Five Guys when they had a location near the UNLV campus on Maryland Parkway on the corner of Trop. And Caroline and I spent darn near close to $50 for 2 burgers, 2 fries, a shake, and some sodas. And I found that that was way too expensive. Facebook user, you should go to streamyard.com/Facebook and authorize there. It'll show your name that way, Facebook user. Whataburger is way overrated. In-N-Out is far superior. There are Whataburgers in Arizona also where I live. I saw them in Phoenix when we were in Phoenix about 2 years ago or so. I'm picking up the wife's car. Yeah, so Robert has some feedback. Worked a few times for Whataburger in Texas, got hooked on their giant shakes chocolate, and that was almost like ice cream. Onion rings are great. I've been eating Neapolitan ice cream sandwiches and mint ice cream sandwiches post-workout. I ate 8 of them last night. And for the record, 8 of those is 1,200 calories. So that was what I ate before bed. So I'm down with the shakes. If you go to In-N-Out Burger, get the Neapolitan shake. It's a secret menu item, hidden menu item, and it is basically vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry all blended into one. It is super good. Mr. Wonderful is in the house. Mr. Wonderful in the house. If you guys are wondering what this link below is, it's a way to support me and Caroline. We are building a new business with a company called Starfish. Starfish empowers you to save money on the places that you already shop. So if you're going and buying online at Amazon, or if you're going to Walmart or Target or Best Buy, Big Lots, CVS, Applebee's, Chili's, Olive Garden, Red Lobster, I could go on and on. There's 500 places. It's a platform for paying and getting cash back instantly. If you guys reach out to me using the website below, then I will reach out to you and I'll explain how it works. And if you use the service, it is a paid service. It's $60 a year. You guys would empower yourselves to save money and help us out because we're building this as a business. So check out the website below, drop your information, and I'll personally get back to you tonight, likely on a text. And you can have a conversation with yours truly if you can't stomach me enough. Gregory's been eating Whataburger for the last 3,040 years. That's a long time, unless you meant 30 to 40 years. And there was actually Whataburger in Vegas before, back in the 1980s, but they pulled out of the market. What happens, though, is these companies, they set up shop in a market like Vegas. They're already super popular, and they carry a type of mythos of them. So, for example, Chick-fil-A was only known to be, throughout the southeastern United States. And then they opened up in Vegas on the Strip. And that wasn't their first location. Their first location was, I believe, off of Sahara, near the Sahara Hotel. And everybody would line up for these places. Krispy Kreme was quite much the same in Canada. They opened up before I left Canada back in 2004. And people were lined up around the block to get this Krispy Kreme. We've heard so much of it. It's like, it's mythical. It's a unicorn. I've never seen one. I have to have one. And then eventually they realize that money is easy to make, and they open up restaurants in every state. In-N-Out Burger was the template for this. In-N-Out Burger was just California, Arizona, Nevada. And now it's California, Arizona, Nevada, Washington, Oregon, Utah. I'm sure it's in Colorado. Do you have an In-N-Out near you? Tell me in the comments of this video if you're watching live or if you're on Facebook. Leave us a comment. And if you're watching on a replay, be sure to drop us a comment there. Jorge says, You missed the Strip. This hot weather any worse than any other summer? Yes, the hot weather is much worse. Matter of fact, our bill here, projected bill, went from $380 to $750 for August. We just got the bill projection from NV Energy. It's tragically hot. We are in the hottest series of days since ever, and it's the hottest July on record in Vegas. Speaking of which, you guys want to support, check out that site below. That helps us. That guy Gabe is here. What's up, that guy Gabe? Sugar Bear was born and raised in Corpus Christi, in the town where Whataburger was founded. It used to be great when it was family owned and operated, but since it sold out to a mega investor, it's gone downhill. I love when I call Nashville for work and stuff. You see that magazine that says My Orlando? That's called a dummy magazine that doesn't exist yet. But I sell advertising for My Vegas, My Austin, and My Nashville magazine. And every time I call Austin or Nashville, everybody's so nice. Call them Med Spa. Thank you for calling All Smiles Med Spa. This is Bonnie. How can I help you? It's just so nice, man. Not to say people in Tulare, California, like our Facebook user friend, is not nice. You're nice too. But people in the South, they're just nice. Lori Allen's in Montana. They have them in Montana. Cool. Let's see here. Jonathan Factor from Flushing, New York says nothing out there. Phil Bladell is here from Iowa. Hi, Phil. How's it going, buddy? Paul says the closest in and out is in Southern Oregon. So I guess Paul's in Washington, so they haven't gotten into Washington yet. I was incorrect there. There you go. Nevada just broke a record high of 125 degrees in Laughlin. It's funny because Laughlin regularly gets into the 120s, but it's a record high. So everybody duck and cover. Let's go back to the news. Record highs everywhere across the country. I mean, it's craziness, right? Casino news. Okay, well, that's the casino news beat. But Strip tried appealing Coney Island. I guess that's our news for Vegas right now. Not much else to look at in terms of news. So we'll just go to read some comments from you guys. If you have a question, you have a comment, it's a free-for-all chat. You can go ahead and chat. If I like your chat, I might highlight it and put it on the screen below so everybody can see your beautiful face. Donna says that In-N-Out here in Denver about 2 years ago. Oh, there you go. We begged and begged. You did. Okay. Well, Denver's a good market. Mike Wingate says that us Southerners are almost as polite as Canadians. Interesting. I'm Canadian and I'm not all that polite. Well, I'm much more polite than I was in the past. Ask me a question, guys. I'll give you an answer. And I appreciate you guys being here on the stream. And then Dana says, I won't go to Five Guys anymore. If you want an expensive burger that's actually good, go to Gordon Ramsay's Burger at Planet Hollywood and don't miss the brulee milkshake. I've always wanted to eat there. I've never gone to a Gordon Ramsay. My wife and I watched him the first season of Hell's Kitchen before he was an international brand for himself, which is very interesting. I once saw him driving down the street down East Harmon, and he had like this ridiculous Escalade, and he had like a car in front and back of him, like Hunter Biden appearing to a court hearing, just a regular person. But yeah, it was like a presidential motorcade watching him come down the street. Oh, Facebook user says it's pronounced Tulare. We are a cow town with heat, almost like Vegas. Very cool. And then Calvin says, we Canadians are polite until hockey season. You don't know how right you are there, Calvin. Every time there's a hockey game in Vegas and I go and they're playing a Canadian team, I end up embarrassed that I'm Canadian, because if the Canadian team wins, it's nothing more than sore winning. It's a game. It's a hockey game. You don't have to be a sore winner. And if they lose, then I feel really bad for them. So as me and my buddy Gio we were coming out of the Winnipeg Jets versus Vegas Golden Knights game 1. And I said, it's a good thing that these Jets fans saw their team win, because they paid about $3,000 to watch their team. And if their team lost, I'd feel really bad for them. But yeah, be nice. Okay. What's the price for an In-N-Out burger for a burger at Ramsay's? I've seen it's about $15 for a burger at Gordon Ramsay's. What else do we got? The Fountain Action is here. They're more of a Shake Shack, better than, is that the greater than symbol? I don't even know. Better than In and Out, or better than Five Guys. Okay. Um, this is a good statement. Mark says new In and Out opening next month in August next to Allegiant Stadium based on the original first location in Cali. No indoor dining, only outdoor dining, and get it or go. That's pretty cool. I like to see that. Let me move my camera down a little bit so you guys can see me here in frame. There it is. Let's see here. We got another comment here. I thought the heat would lower crowds. I was wrong. I thought higher room rates would lower crowds. I was wrong. I thought free parking fees would. I was wrong. There's a lot of pent up, like, people just want a vacation right now. That's all they really want. And they're going to do it come heck or high water. So Gregory says, sorry about my ignorance today. I just assumed every hotel casino. No, Gregory, I was just kidding when I said that. Gregory was saying, because we were talking about the news earlier, and there's this 17-year-old girl that was picked up by a guy after they met on a dating app that she shouldn't have been on to start with. Her parents are to blame for this, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, not directly. They didn't pull a trigger. She met a man after 30 text messages at the Luxor, went up to his room, slept with him, I presume. I don't know. Middle of the night, 1 a.m. No good story ever ends with, so I'm in a Vegas hotel room at 1 a.m. And she's coughing and he asks her to leave. And then she says, I got no place to go. So she calls her friends to try to give her a ride, and they don't answer because it's 1 a.m. And so she decides to rob him. So she steals his gun, which he showed her that he had earlier, I guess, as a protection mechanism. And he lunges at her, and she shoots him twice, and he dies. And she takes his car keys, his wallet, some cash, drives his car a few blocks, then dumps everything and gets an Uber after saying she had no ability to leave, no ride, which makes no sense. Whoa, Sarah H. Hi, Sarah H. She's one of our moderators over here. Thank you for the super chat, Sarah H. I appreciate you very much. Hey, guys, I want to say this. If you guys are one of my super fans that have followed me and Caroline throughout the last 2 years, and you guys want to help us out, at least inquire about the link below, consumerrebellionnow.com. It helps you save money at places you already shop. It's a platform that matches up places like Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, and Target, and pharmacies, like the places you go with you, and you save instant money back. So use that link below too. So the super chats are super appreciated. Sarah H., you're our rock star. Let's feature you on the screen for a little bit. So did the state social services really far your arm? What? Oh, Charles is super negative. Charles, brah. Did the state social services really pay for my arm and I pocketed the money? No, dog. I got all the receipts. You want me to post them? I was in surgery. I went and paid for surgery. Dr. McGee was my surgeon. You know, I don't qualify for Medicaid or Medicare. I have insurance now, again, that works properly. Like I had it then, but they wouldn't cover it. So I got the proper insurance. It's so bizarre. It's such a weird, twisty, turny tale. But I'm going to say a prayer for you, man. I'm going to say a prayer for you because you had that super negative thought that you had to instill here, because that's just mean why you would say that. Charles Michael, I hope that you get a touch of God in you and you don't say stuff like that to people in real life, because it makes you look bad, not me, boss. I don't look bad. I was in a crisis point in my life, man. I was ready to just quit YouTube and quit everything. I didn't have a solution. But all the good people here, they came around and they were blessings from angels from God. So, yeah, there you go. All right. Thank you, Sarah H. Okay. We got new comments below. We got JC Reed that says, just had Whataburger tonight. What just happened? My camera is acting weird. Charles, I didn't see anybody else posting that, dog. And the fact that you posted it means that you at least 1% believed it, boss. I'm still going to pray for you. Thank you for being on my stream tonight. Okay, let's see here. Insurance prices are high. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm a 1099 commission salesperson. So for me, it's hard to get on the insurance exchanges. And somebody I know told me to lie and go on Medicaid, but I wasn't willing to do that. That didn't seem like the right thing to do. You know, like, lie and go on Medicaid. Okay, well, let's look at this for a minute. Anybody with half a brain can research my name. They can look on on YouTube. They can do some basic math. They can see that I get super chats, and they can know that I have a job. Like, why would I lie about something like that? I got my gross pasty white calves and thighs up here for you guys. Anyways, let's see here. Booty, what did Booty Meat say? Booty Meat said something, and I don't know what it said. Anyways, throw me some comments. I will give you some answers. Yeah, insurance prices are a little rough. Insurance in America is largely broken, but the answer isn't socialized medicine as they have in Canada necessarily, where you wait long lines. Booty Meat's here. I didn't see your original comment, but whatever you said, you said. So God bless you. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I want to go see the grotesqueness of whatever it must have been, but I don't see it. So we'll move. And he says, yes, I am self-employed. Medicaid is different in each state. I did not qualify. Facebook user, you can get your name linked up to this if you go to streamyard.com/Facebook. I like when you do videos showing us off strip neat stuff, that international market video. Wow, you must have been watching me ages ago. I'd like to go back to the international market and do a much better version of that video because that video sucked. By the way, if I get a mic check, I'm holding the mic. I'm tired. I got to put my legs up. Let's see here. Facebook user, I don't know who this is, says things would be better if there were less illegal immigrants. Wow. Well, that's a rather loaded comment, maybe for a different type of channel, but I appreciate your opinion. I'm not judging you. I mean, you know, I came here legally. My wife came here legally. All of her friends and family came here legally. We know how hard it is to do it. Matthew says, what's the weather look for Tuesday night when my flight comes in? Hot. We're going to have a temporary lull, I think tomorrow, because it was very windy today. Let me see what the weather looks like. Tuesday night. Oh, you know what? You're coming in on the nice day of the week. So you're looking at those types of temperatures, my man. So then it gets hot like again, but not at 110s, which is good. Let's see here. Talk about the wildfire. Any effect on travel to Vegas? No effect on travel to Vegas. I don't know which wildfire you're talking about. There seems to be 1,000 wildfires burning at any given time, but I've not seen any effects on travel to Vegas. I don't know why it would be. It's not here exactly. Coming back in October is what my man Phil says. Going to check out the MSG, and he doesn't mean monosodium glutamate. He means the sphere. Let's see here. We got Gargay. It was a pleasure to help. Donate money to get your arm repaired, Steve. I'm glad you're doing so much better. So I'm back at the gym. I'm back at full gym mode. I'm able to do everything except that I choose not to do pull-ups or deadlifts because they tell me I'm okay. This is my non-surgery bicep, and I have a weird vein that you probably can't see. It started coming out a few weeks ago. This is the surgery bicep here, and it looks like 100 times better, but it's the full functionality that I was aiming for. So thank you everybody who helped us. It's a wildfire in the Mojave that's now crossed over into Nevada from Cali. Wow, man, Kim, I haven't been on top of Fox 5 Vegas in a minute, so I didn't know that. We got another comment here. Mark says, new parking garage open next month by Allegiant Stadium with a Starbucks inside. Also, Terrible's opening a bar and restaurant inside the parking garage as well. Opening in time for the NFL. Yeah, we're going to get to that point where there's going to be a little entertainment district near there, which will be good. Mr. Classic TV always chipping in. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. I met Mr. Classic TV in real life one day. He chose not to be on camera, so I muted my camera and had a nice chat with him while I was doing a live stream. Let's see here. So this is Zach. Did you ever get the guy who stiffed you to pay for handing out the club flyers? Well, he didn't stiff me. He tried to. So Zach is talking about a story. And if you guys want to hear a story, say yes in the chat, and I'll tell you a story about, and it wasn't club flyers. It was naked lady cards. So say yes in the chat if you want to hear about that. And throw me some likes. I don't know how many likes I have. I have 217 likes on Facebook. No, that's live viewers. It doesn't show me how many likes I have on this platform. I'm not a fan of that. So we got Mr. Denmark. Are you in Denmark? Are you Danish? Danish are like Canadians, according to South Park. Please help me. What's the best place in Vegas to find singles women age 40 to 45? I might go to is it Smokies or Stonies? There's a place in Town Square that's probably good. It's a country western place. But man, I'm married, dude. I got no idea about that stuff. I'm happily married. The dueling piano bar maybe over at Harrah's, but those are all going to be tourists. So if you're trying to hook up, I guess that's one thing. But if you're trying to find a meaningful relationship, you got to look for that at church, boss. Come to my church. I go to the Crossings over on Windmill in Buffalo. I'll hold a seat. You can literally reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. Tell me you're coming. I'll hold you a seat next to me in the front row. I go every Sunday at 11. It's the Crossings at Windmill on Buffalo and Windmill here in Vegas. We got a bunch of yeses. We got to read this long comment from Fox 5. As of 1:30 p.m., the York Fire had burned 70,000 acres with no containment. The York Fire started Friday in the Mojave National Preserve in San Bernardino. So we got some yeses. We do. 123 likes. Cool. So a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I handed out naked lady cards on the strip. I did for a day, 2 days. I don't know. I was getting paid $50 a day, and the guy owed me $100, so it must have been 2 days. And at the end of the second day, he abruptly called everybody back, and he said, "Okay, no mas, no mas, no more, no more." And I said, "Okay, we're gonna get paid." He goes, "Oh, we can't pay you for this one." And I said, "Bro," and I got really mad, and I said, "I've been out here for 2 days. A lot of these guys don't even speak English." And I was desperately hungry at the time. This is back in 2006, 2007. And I said, "You either pay me or I'm going to the news and I'm going to tell the news stations. I'll call all of them right now how you're messing around with these guys who I'm pretty sure aren't supposed to be working here on the strip for the most part. Some of them might have their paperwork. You're going to pay me and you're going to pay all these guys." And I was super mad and I was super desperate. And I'm rereading Think and Grow Rich right now. And there's a story about a little girl who went to collect a debt for her mom, and the rich man that she lent the money to said no. And then the little girl, 8-year-old girl, just stayed there staring at him with like this burning passion. And she just repeated her demand, and he felt inclined to pay it. He had the money. So that's that burning desire I had. And he did pay. He paid cash, and I went home and we got to eat that week. And that sent me on a path that I guess I should probably tell a tale of later on. I don't know. So yeah, that's what happened with all that. Senior Frogs, Jonathan says, might be a good place to meet older ladies. Yeah, that could be good too. I don't know. I mean, why do we have to stereotype? I don't know. Don't younger girls go to Senior Frogs? Sure. See if we got a good comment here. So my person here, Sir Rise, says legs are climbing as they should. It's always so interesting listening to you ramble on about interesting topics. I have this app called Speakio or something. I'm going to resume it right now. And what it's going to do is it's going to listen to my voice and tell me if I'm speaking well. All it tells me is that I use too many filler words and I talk too quickly and I should slow it down a little bit, but I have excellent dictation and punctuation and I enunciate my words. Eric says, do the cards actually work? Well, I mean, the naked lady cards that advertise girls direct to you for $59, low fee, get a double dose for $120. Don't you know? Don't act now. Supplies are running out. If you're still alive, the offer shunned. You might as well be walking on the sun. That's a smash mouth. So don't delay. Act now. Supplies are running out. But either it's a front and they're spending money, or it works. I mean, I don't know. You tell me what you think it could be. Luke says that they also sell cocaine. I don't know about that. Slot watching. Wait, I missed something. Oh, I can't. I don't know. Whatever. Ken Glass says, hey, Steven, you and your wife are a great couple. Looking forward to seeing you together again. You sure miss her. She is my lock screen right now. I posted this on Facebook. I said, post your lock screen. That's my lock screen. It's a photo of her and I at Mount Charleston on January 1st of 2020, I want to say. We drove up there, had some brunch. It was fun. So, tickets for F1 or watch on cable. I just finished cutting a video for F1. It is the biggest, craziest, most misunderstood event in the history of Vegas. And it is not what you think it is. And it is, they are, if you want to know if the mafia still exists in Vegas, it does. The mafia is now called F1 Race Sales and Marketing. And they are doing some nasty stuff to people. Like, you don't even know. But that'll be in the video. So if you're just watching and you don't know who this crazy person rambling on about the camera is, my name is Steven, and I'm doing a commentary video on F1 that I'll edit tomorrow and have up by Tuesday. What's the current status of the Major League Baseball stadium? This is the stupidest, dumbest, worst thing in the history of all things. So in Vegas, if you wanted to like let literal clowns run an organization, it would be the Oakland Athletics. And I don't think there's anybody that's going to argue me on that. I mean, the fans hate the ownership group. They want the team to be sold. They had a picture of whatever they call it, Monster Park, Candlestick Park, up in San Francisco, where that home crowd was chanting, sell the team. So here's the fun. Look at this, man. So this says right here, A's Las Vegas ballpark won't have design team until November. Until November, dog. You're trying to build a stadium worth billions of dollars that needs to be ready by 2026. And you're telling me that you won't even have a design team in place until November. You're telling me that because they managed to build 2 mobile arena in 2 years from the ground up without public money, but y'all can't get that going on by November. Then they're going to have to design it. They're going to need the plans, and then it's not going to look like what they thought. Okay. I mean, it's so stupid. Not a lot of margin for error in stadium development. It's going to be built where the Tropicana is, if you haven't been paying attention to the story so far. So it's a mess, man. These guys don't know what they're doing. They're completely inept. They shouldn't own a baseball team, let alone be trying to move one to Las Vegas. It's going to be terrible. This is Mark Thompson. F1 is threatening resorts or restaurants on and around the strip that they will block the views of the race from their locations. I know, right? And that's exactly what that video I just cut is all about. So stay tuned to the channel for that. And that's also the first time I'm going to be promoting Consumer Rebellion Now in a video. So if it gets 50,000 views, hopefully I get about 20 or 30 people that drop their information to learn how they can save money on places they already shop and get instant cash back shopping on Amazon and Walmart and Target and all those places. If you're one of my big time followers, you need to hit that link so I can reach out to you personally. All right, we got some new comments. I got an email about a package offer for F1, $40,000 for the package. It is insane. And I'm not going to tell you the numbers right now. You're going to have to watch the video coming out this week for that. I hope they don't build it on the Tropicana. Stupid idea. Unfortunately, Jason, and by the way, it's the first time I recognize your name. I've seen your name. Maybe you've been here before. This is what's happening. It's not a if they build it. They are building it on the Tropicana. The Tropicana will be razed to the ground. Every employee will be let go so they can have about 200 temporary jobs, like full-time jobs that are all, they're going to have thousands of temporary jobs, but it'll equate to about 200 full-time jobs. So they're getting rid of thousands of full-time jobs at the Tropicana so they can have a few hundred full-time jobs at the new stadium. And on top of that, the diversion, equity, and inclusion are nuts. 51% of all the people working on the construction site have to be either disabled, people of color, minorities, or women. And then 51% of people working in the concessions have to be that way. That is wild, the fact that they're doing that. I think it's great that they're doing something to make sure that people who maybe don't get employed as much get employment, but it seems poorly planned out. And that's not the team doing it. So don't hate the Athletics. That is actually the state of Nevada that came up with all that business. My one time and last time at the Long Beach Grand Prix, it was so loud. I think you might have said that last week, Terrence. Yeah. Linda SD is here with a good evening. Good evening, Stephen Campbell. The Mighty Bull is in the house. He always posts clips up on his Facebook group. Thank you, Mighty Bull. We got 227 brilliant viewers who are watching this stream right now, wondering who is this darn weirdo talking into a microphone here. What's the point of a high-speed train between Las Vegas and Los Angeles and Vegas and Salt Lake City. Well, that's a really interesting question, big fan. Big fan's been watching my channel for a minute. Thank you for watching. What's the point? Well, I mean, so part of the point is the 15 has a ton of congestion. Interstate 15 is what brings people to California. It goes through those passes in the Cajon Pass, and it's not a good trek to make. The Cajon Pass is this giant summit that you have to go up and go down, and they even tell you not to run your air conditioning because your engine might fail. So that's hard. And so alleviate cars. Traffic sucks. We want to clean up the air. Alleviate traffic. It can take hours and hours and hours to get out of Vegas or into Vegas on certain times of the year because of special events. The other reason is money, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the train has had several different owners. But at the same time, it's weird because it's not going to LA, as you know. You might already know this, but it's not going to LA. It's going to what's that one? Victorville. It's going to Victorville, California first. And then maybe in time it'll get to downtown LA at what I believe LA calls Union Station or something. It's downtown. It's where all of the train lines converge. I can't talk. My gosh, my job is to talk. I can't talk. So that's what that is. So it's not even going to downtown LA. That's a big deal. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a big money grab, and be funded by grants and bonds and all sorts of parts of things that aren't there. It's actually being funded by public money. Nobody complained about that, but they're giving it a bond, which is where they say, we'll loan you $100 million for this much money. You pay us back by this time. If you default on the bond, then we get a lot more interest and we get to sue you and stuff like that. So a train is replacing one airplane. Well, I don't know about that. And I don't know that it'll be popular. Americans don't like trains. You know, we like to have personal modes of transportation. We're built on it. You remember that I said I don't believe the Athletics are coming until the stadium is 1/3 built, and be skeptical even then. Yeah, I mean, I'm also thinking it's a leveraging tool, because if this falls apart in Vegas, then there's no harm, no foul. They can always do their dream stadium build in Oakland. I believe that could also be true. It's going to Rancho Cucamonga, just outside of Victorville. Bingo, bango. It's a weird one. What happens when a Tesla gets a flat or mechanical failure in the tunnel? Well, I guess they have to run in and fix it, and it's going to hold up the entire system. Now, when the Vegas Loop system that Barshman is referring to is built, it should have the ability to divert. Hopefully, it has extra little tunnels. It's a system of tunnels about 60 some odd miles underneath the ground, which will bring people from one place to another. However, I don't foresee a Tesla getting a flat, because these tunnels, if you've never been to them, which I have, are basically high gloss, like highly finished concrete. There's what chance is there of being a flat? I mean, there's no objects to run over, and it's a perfectly glossy surface. Now, as for the engine, Tesla engines are notoriously famous for being able to have 1 million miles on them. Like Elon Musk was showing the drivetrain of a Tesla disassembled. It was like the world's longest running Tesla engine, and there's literally no damage or wear on that tunnel. And I don't see the mechanical breakdowns to be a problem, if I'm being totally honest with you. What do I think about the Sphere? I think the Sphere is a giant environmental concern. I think the Sphere costs way too much to actually power. It costs 95 gigawatts a year. Now, somebody was nice enough to send me an email that said it took 150 terawatts of power, which is double the global consumption of power for Bitcoin, but that's not the case. It actually, by admission of the Sphere's owners, takes 95 gigawatts to power it for a year, which is as many as 9 million homes. So one building in Vegas takes the same electricity as 9 million residential homes in the United States. That is excessive. That is too much power. Now, the company that owns the Sphere, they're not saying where that power comes from. They're not saying it's okay because it comes from offsets or it comes from a solar farm here and natural gas there. They're just saying we're getting it from outside of Vegas. So they've taken themselves off the NV Energy grid. So it won't have any draw in the city or people in the surrounding areas. But where are they getting it? Is it coming from coal plants? Where is it coming from? We don't know. So yeah. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on Whataburger? All right. Well, we discussed Whataburger. I have no interest until it goes off the strip because I'm not going to the strip, stand in line in a building that's going to be at capacity to wait in line to get a hamburger. I've had Whataburger. They're good. They're good. But it's going to be inflated prices on the strip. I'll wait until the other locations open around town. And Pete does say run flat tires are already made. Yeah, I mean, they run flat tires, but Teslas have low profile tires. My Nissan Leaf has low profile tires. They say it's better for the efficiency of everything. Let's see here. Mark says, what gets me is that F1 wants 40 million in public funds to finish road work and repaving roads, but the minority of Vegas locals can't even attend. The majority of Vegas can't attend is what you meant to say. And I agree with you there. It's in that video I'm doing. So subscribe to the channel for that. Okay. You guys have been great. I got some tasks that I have to do, and I love you guys so much for watching. I've been on camera for an hour, and I'm going to dedicate an hour or more of my week every week to coming on camera to be with you guys so we can have that close connection. So you guys are fantastic for being here. I really got to admit, I like this format so much. I feel like it's just a casual dialogue with y'all and the people who have been watching me for years. By the way, if you're one of those people and you've been watching me for so very long, and there's some names in my head, but I don't judge anybody. I want to know, how come you haven't reached out about that project below, consumerrebellionnow.com? I'm not asking you guys to invest in anything new. I'm asking you guys to save money on the places you're already shopping, buy the same things you're already buying. In an economy where we have stagflation, which is where inflation on things is going up, your wages are going up, but your wages are matching the inflation. So you're getting paid more, but you're getting paid less. In an economy where the rich are getting richer and you guys are getting shafted, this takes away from credit card companies and pays you. So reach out to me there. I will book a call with you personally. You guys are wonderful people. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm a little bit tired today. I got to be honest. I had my last gym session in the first phase of what I'm doing yesterday, and it's specifically made to make you feel run down towards the end. But I'm going to eat a really huge meal tonight, possibly eat a bunch of ice cream sandwiches, and I'll see you guys in another one. I love you guys for being here. Love you, sweet Caroline. Thank you for being part of my life. And God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. I love you too. And we're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? Let's see. So this is mobile now. I've seen YouTubers doing this. Like, they do commentary videos, and I love it. I love the idea. We're going to say 3, 2, 1, and have a great one, guys. Click.